This video is titled Black Women Can Never Be Human. Now, I'm going to save my thoughts, okay? Depending on what she says, I might have to go in. I might. But maybe she'll surprise me. Maybe. We'll see. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Make sure you guys can hear the video.
Hey girl, I just escaped from Shakespeare's basement and I wanted to tell you something. Also, this is not an American propaganda shirt. I don't roll like that. I do not roll like that. This is a wrestling shirt, which, seeing how that's going, it might as well be.
Look, I'm so annoyed with this. What's wrong with being nationalistic and American? Like, I really hate that for us. Like, why does it have to be, it's not American propaganda. I swear it's not. Like, as if being proud of the home, well, if she lives here, I don't know where she lives, but if you are from America, why do you feel like you have to feel ashamed for being from America and being proud of your home? Literally everybody else gets to be proud of their home. Maybe the Germans. I saw somebody comment, oh, the Germans, they have some issues with being nationalistic too because of, the guy. But I hate that. I hate that for us. Everybody else gets to be like, oh, Nigeria, oh, Finland, oh, whatever. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see. USS Salem says, no. Nationalist is like being proud and feeling superior. Patriotism is what you mean. I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of both. And I'll be honest with you. Americans, like, we have a reason to feel a little bit, be feeling ourselves a little bit. We literally have people sneaking into the country and begging us to stay. So, I mean, if it's tea, it's tea. If people are feeling the sauce, then they're feeling the sauce. It's not us hyping ourselves up. They're hyping us up while they talk trash out the side they neck. So, tomato for me. But yes, it's okay to feel proud of your country, proud of where you're from, proud of your home. I hate this narrative that, like, we as Americans have to always say, like, I'm sorry for being American. Like, it's like this American guilt that is just so cringe to me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Propaganda shirt. My bad. In early May, a 12-foot statue made entirely of bronze was erected in New York's iconic Times Square. The statue depicts a black woman with a braided bob, casual clothes, and an almost placid expression, all of which works in tandem with her relaxed pose. The statue was created by Thomas J. Price, who is a talented, decorated, and dedicated artist. Price's work is about subversion. It's about starting conversations and questioning the underlying elements of life, society, and the body. And girl, he's really passionate.
Look, can we not try to over-intellectualize some BS? I'm sorry. This is not that intellectual to me. It just really isn't. Oh, we're going to try to make it so deep. Like, no, you just wanted to build a statue of an ugly black woman. I'm sorry. And when I say that to say this statue was created by somebody that's not Black American. Let's just start there. Not Black American. And then creating a statue to represent what he feels is the Black American woman, which in one breath, I understand that being the image for Black American women, because a lot of us are overweight. A lot of us don't care. I mean, like I said, if you saw the video that I posted right before the stream, there are a lot of Black women that do not take care of themselves, that do not have the desire to take care of themselves, which is the biggest part. Because I can totally understand, like, life be lifing. Don't get me wrong. Life be lifing. But at the end of the day, you have to at least have a desire to do better. At least have that desire. Don't just sit around and pretend like, oh, I'm perfectly fine the way I am, when your arteries are clogging. Okay, when your skin is getting that, and somebody said this in one of my videos, and it was diabolical. When your skin is getting that diabetic contouring, okay, I forget the good sis that said this, but it was in one of the comment sections. When your skin is getting the diabetic contouring, you cannot tell me, oh, I'm living my best life, when you have all of these negative things going on. So yes, this technically is the image of what Black American women are looking like right now. I'm not going to be delusional and pretend like it isn't. But to make it seem like this is some aspirational or, some type of, oh my God, this is so great moment. No, this is a slap in the face. I'm gonna be honest. It's a slap in the face. It absolutely is. Because if we are thinking about our image in the grand scheme, is this the image that we want? Overweight with bad braids. I'm sorry, I hate those type of braids where they're just cut off like that. Like, at least burn the edges and make them pointy. I mean, I'm just saying. That attitude of like the hand on the hip. We already know that trope about black women being aggressive, or that trope of black women being argumentative and sassy and all these other things. Why are we then hyping up imagery that promotes those stereotypes, right? And people say a lot of very interesting things. They say things like, you know what? How is it a stereotype if it's true? And it's sad. It's a sad reality. It absolutely is. And we have to understand how crazy this looks in the middle of Times. It's in the middle of Times Square, I believe. Among all of these other statues that look respectable, that look in place, and then we have this black woman bucking the system and looking out of place. And it goes to show, and this is a topic that I'm going to get into tomorrow, not playing the game to win. That's what this looks like. This is a representation of black women not playing the game to win. And that's why it looks so out of place. That's why a lot of black women are out of place, because they are not stepping up to play the game to win. They'd rather show up like they don't give a damn and then expect things in return. How? How does that work? How does that work? These participation trophies have gotten to our heads. It's ridiculous. I'm not even going to hold you. It's absolutely ridiculous. Zenith says, I don't care if it's for inclusivity, just take it down. I agree. I absolutely agree. I wouldn't want to see this in the middle of Times Square. I would be so embarrassed. I would be so embarrassed. But you know what? It's even more embarrassing, seeing actual black women walking around like this. It's one thing if it's the statue and inanimate object that somebody created, a whole nother thing when it's an actual real life black woman walking around perpetuating the same look, the same aesthetic, the same attitude. That's why we can't be mad at this. We can't be mad at this and then not be upset with ourselves. At the end of the day, we have to look in the mirror. But yeah, let's see. I don't know. This video, I'm gonna be honest, this video is a little bit boring. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's a little bit boring, but we'll give it a chance, okay? We'll give it a chance. Maybe it's a slow burn.
Girl, he's really passionate about this. His 2001 installation, for instance, is named Licked, and it features him licking the walls of a gallery for 3 days straight. He intended for the
What? Y'all just call anything art. Y'all call anything art. And not only that, why the hell is it this color? My nigga, did you brush your tongue? I mean, even just the way he's sitting on the floor, brother. Brother. Ugh. The Pesty Hunt said he's a starving artist, bruh. That took me out. That took me out. DeAndre says, mind you, that's his tongue bleeding. Oh, that's blood? Are we for real here? Are we so effing for real here? What? And we're supposed to take this seriously? I'm sorry. I do not know. No, stop calling everything art. Please, for the love of everything beautiful in life, stop calling every single thing art. This is not art. This is some weird torture. Like, this looks like something that, like, they're torturing you to, like, do. Like, this seems like You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like Jigsaw, right? Jigsaw, he rolled out on his little bicycle and said he wanted to play a game, and you have to lick the entire wall or else something bad is gonna happen. Like, this is what it's giving. It's giving Saw. Like, this is not art, okay? This is a hot damn mess. I am so disgusted by this. Ew. Brother, JF, oh my God, JF is one of the homies of the channel. He's been a homie for a very long time. He says, pull the plug on Earth. Pull the plug in Earth. Wrap up the stream. The planet is cooked. I'm done. Yes, what the hell is this? And this is being called art? Absolutely. What the hell is this? And it's not even just like him doing the art. It's just like she seems so proud of him. Like, she seems so proud of him for doing this. And that's even more disturbing. Like, why aren't you freaked out by this? Why are you like, oh my God, look at what he did? Like, ugh. This is disturbing. Yeah, the earth has been cooked. It's been cooked. It's been cooked. It's well done, okay? It's so well done, it's congratulations at this point. Because what is this? What in the tarnations? Ugh. Some things you just don't need to ever do. Okay, some things you just never, ever, ever in life need to do. What is this?
You can't see saliva on the wall after it's already dried, after all. But as he kept licking, his tongue began to bleed, and he left squiggles of spit and blood on the walls for his audience to see. It's the kind of art that's visceral yet vague and is entirely left up to, the viewer's interpretation. According to his website, his art seeks to, quote, confront preconceived attitudes towards representation and identity, foregrounding the intrinsic value of the individual and subverting structures of hierarchy. Why did I struggle to read that, Loki? In other words, his goal is to challenge you, your biases, and society. His goal...
I feel like there's other ways to challenge folks. I'm sorry, there's other ways to challenge folks. Like, they be intellectualizing the dumbest things. Like, this reminds me of, I believe it was in Living Color, and you had the Wayans brothers, and he would do that Hotep babble, and it would just be pontificating and just like a bunch of like BS, and you're really not saying anything. Like, this over pseudo intellectual is just, it's a nothing burger. Okay, it's a nothing burger. There's nothing to this. I would much rather you just say things in simple terms, because whatever you're talking about is so simple. But people just feel like they need to just pontificate and do all, like, what? It's not, no. JF said, if this don't log off, honey, wrap it up, okay? Turn the camera off, wrap it up. What is this? What is this? Oh my goodness.
Is to humanize and make immortal those often undervalued. The statue in Times Square, part of a series titled Grounded in the Stars, is the perfect vehicle for such intention. According to Taryn Finley, writing for Refinery 29, not only is the statue erected in the most iconic tourist destination in the United States, but it's also erected in the same space as two other statues, Francis P. Duffy's statue and George M. Cohan's statue.
You gotta understand how embarrassing this is. Like, do y'all not understand how embarrassing this is? How out of place this is? It's an embarrassment for Black women. We should be embarrassed by this. Let's be so for real here. We should take a real hard look in the mirror after seeing this. If this does not put you on a weight loss, correct your attitude, heal journey, then I don't know what will. Because this is a bad look. It absolutely is. And then the fact that Times Square is the busiest place in America, as she said. So our dysfunction is on display for the entire world to see. And then we wonder why everybody looks at the Black woman as being at the bottom. Look how out of place this statue looks. And like she said, the busiest place in America, and that's where that statue was. It's a humiliation ritual at this point. It absolutely is. It's humiliation. But it's just like we're doing it to ourselves. So how can I be that mad if I'm being so for real here? How can I be that mad when there are real black women walking around and looking like this? It's illogical.
Without the cross on which he stands, Duffy's statue is around 8 feet tall, which is of similar height to Cohan's statue, again without the base. That means that Price's statue of a black woman figuratively towers over the other two statues in the vicinity. The decision to make her so tall without needing a platform is thought-provoking on its own. Coupling that with her demeanor and dress, especially juxtaposed against the other two statues, makes it all the more interesting. This is a woman at rest.
Does this look interesting to you? What is interesting about this? Like, what is interesting about this? It looks basic. There's nothing interesting about this. It's quite literally the most boring statue I've ever seen. What is interesting about this besides it being out of place? She looks like put the fries in the That's exactly what she looked like. Put the fries in the muffin bag. That's exactly what she looks like. Yeah. Ryan Jones says, oh yeah, that statue was a bad idea. I think there's one in California, which is much better. Maybe, I haven't seen it. But this is not interesting. Like, these are the type of pseudo intellectuals where if you saw a painting with a black line through it and nothing else, just the black line, they'll be sitting there like, the artist is exhibiting such emotion and grandeur with this painting. It is just so like, what? It's a black line. My daughter could draw that. My daughter could draw that. What are we talking about here? I'm not going to delude myself into thinking that something so basic is like this amazing thing. It's not, okay? It's not iconic. It's not. Banana taped to a wall. Yes, I saw that too. I saw that one too. Absolutely ridiculous. These people are so unserious. I can't with this. It's embarrassing. How are we not embarrassed by this?
Fashionable walking stick. Her body is soft and unstrained, which more than I can say for Father Duffy. Price's statue is intentional, every facet of it. The stance is meant to reference the classic elegance of Michelangelo's David, while simultaneously
Classic elegance? Classic elegance. What is elegant about this? Classic elegance. Let me do a quick Google search. What does elegance actually mean? I know what elegance means, but the quality of being graceful and stylish in appearance or manner. What is stylish or graceful about this? I'm so confused. I'm absolute confusion. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. What is graceful about this? It's actually quite the opposite of graceful, if you ask me. When I think of graceful, I think of like a ballerina, right? I think of a ballerina. That is peak grace. This? Hey. Gray Alien says she looks like she's tired of waiting in line. That's exactly what she looked like. She looked like she tapping her foot like, if this line don't move. Man, I'm embarrassed, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm embarrassed for her. Cause she's like pontificating on this ugly ass statue, trying to like this is the equivalent of putting lipstick on a pig. Like it's ugly. No matter how you try to describe it with your words, it's still gonna be ugly. And how are you saying all these things and acting like we don't have eyes? Sis, I have eyes. I can look at the statue. You do realize that. Like, we're not all blind and then just going off of your words and then interpreting it in our minds. Like, we have eyes that can see. I mean, I don't have the best eyes. I do have to wear glasses, but I assure you, the statue would not look any better if I had 20/20 vision. In fact, it probably looks worse. It probably looks 10 times worse. I'm sorry, this babble is. These people are so funny. Like, they're just so funny to me. I'm gonna be so for real here.
The stance is meant to reference the classic elegance of Michelangelo's David, while simultaneously, quote, disrupting traditional ideas around what defines a triumphant figure, and challenges who should be rendered immortal through monumentalization, end quote. Price's installation is unfortunately not a permanent fixture. It will be taken down after June 17th, 2025. So at the time of filming it, girl, it's already gone. This is yet another direct contrast to the other statues in the area, which are permanent, and perhaps speaks to Price's theme even more. But that's not the only thing proving his point. As I'm sure you know by now, something this complex can't exist without misrepresentation or backlash on the internet.
How are we misrepresenting it? The statue is pretty straightforward. Obese black woman with an attitude and some jacked up braids. Like, there's no misinterpretation of it. Like, how are we misinterpreting this? Let's be so for real here. Like, I don't think you're misinterpreting it by calling it elegant. We're not. We're looking at it objectively, and we're not pretending that it's something that it's not. So let's see.
People are, as the academics say, bubble-brained. I wanted to start with Price's intention and the thought behind the statue before I delved into the discourse surrounding it, because
okay, I will say this. I do like those type of edits where like they'll put words on the screen to like kind of point out different things, you know what I mean, that they're not mentioning in the video, like her grabbing the cup and then not drinking out of it. I do like stuff like that from an editing standpoint. Okay, I'm getting into my editorial bag. I like stuff like that. I think it's cute. I'm not going I try to say something nice in there, you know, when you're judging something and you're critiquing something, it's always nice to say something nice. I like that edit. That edit is cute. Let's see. JF says, perhaps this is satire. No, it's not. It's not satire. She for real, for real. Okay, she's for real, for real. All her content is like this. Let's see. Perhaps this is satire because truly she is not using the whole thesaurus to describe something as basic as this. She is. She is. She is. She most certainly is. Okay. This is. Chantel the Simp, you know you're wrong for that. Chantel the Simp, you know you're wrong for that. So it's fat tire. Fat tire is diabolical. Oh my god. Bruh. No, it's not satire. She for real, for real. She means this. Okay, she means this. And you know, it's even worse than what you're thinking, because content creators like this, and I'm not saying this like a bad thing, but content creators like this They write out their scripts. Okay, she's not coming on and just talking. She wrote this down, practiced it, and then filmed. So yes, sis is serious. She is for real, for real.
Because I think having this context allows us to see how absolutely balls to the wall everyone is being. Let's look at some commentary.
It's a bad representation for black women.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually horrible.
Girl. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Sis, look in the mirror. What are we talking about here? This is bad. Sis, you're bad representation. You're what this is based on. What are we talking about here? This is bad sis. Are you not walking around in society? And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I really wish that we could all be honest with ourselves, right? Like, I can honestly come out and say, like, look, I have a lot of weight to lose. And this is an accurate representation of the average black woman in America. Be honest with it. Don't sit over and be like, why is this bad representation? How dare they? While you walk around looking like that. You can't. No, absolutely not. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please stop. Please stop. Oh my goodness. Bruh. She thinks she's deep. Yeah.
So many successful black women out here. Why did you have to put LaQuisha? That representation is LaQuisha. The box braids. I love you. On the hip. That's attitude. You know, like, that's a bad representation. I don't know. I just speak my mind because this, though, the girl is a figure out of low-income housing or something. You could do better. Represent us right.
Okay, next one.
So you're not even going to mention that she's talking about do better, but the statue looks like you. Okay, we're just gonna skip past that. We're not gonna acknowledge it. We're not gonna acknowledge the elephant. No pun intended. We're not gonna acknowledge the elephant in the room. JF says do better. She busted out the same pose. Sis, you're standing just like you look. It's you. That statue is you. Like, she could have taken that moment to reflect on herself and been like, you know what? We as black women need to do better, because this should not be our representation, but this is how a lot of us are showing up in the world. She had the opportunity to hold accountability, but no. Well, there's other people they chose you. They chose you. Because that's how most black women are walking around looking like. And it's sad. It's absolutely sad.
Fat, black, and ugly in Times Square is wild. Like, they really think we're a joke. Like, that big behind, big, overweight, just, there's nothing attractive about the statue.
In addition to that, there's a change.org petition.
Okay. I want to address what this good sis says. First of all, her makeup looks good. Okay, her makeup looks good. Well, this is a bad picture. I stopped it at a terrible frame. Let me fix that. Okay, let me fix the frame. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find a good frame, but it's so hard. Okay, she's putting on her eyelash, her mascara. Okay, she's putting on her mascara. She's telling the truth, but that's what a lot of black women look like. She doesn't look like that. She's in shape. I can tell. I've seen her channel before. Yeah, FH says she watches her. Yes, I've seen her channel before. So she's in shape. She takes good care of herself, right? So I can understand why she's upset with this type of representation, because that statue does not represent her. So she can definitely, with her whole chest, say that. But this is, no, you need to hold that L. Let's be so for real here. And I'm going to watch just a little bit more of this video, and then I'm going to kind of put it down. Okay. I'm waiting for her to get into this black women can never be human part. I don't know when she's going to actually get into that. But hopefully soon.
There's a change.org petition, allegedly made by a black woman, calling for the removal of the statue. And the description states, unlike the graceful and dignified portrayals often seen in public art of women from other backgrounds, this statue presents a distorted image of black women that promotes harmful stereotypes.
How is it distorted? Literally just go outside. Go to Walmart. How is it distorted? Go anywhere. How is it distorted? It's not distorted, it's accurate. A lot of people are blind to what they look like. A lot of people are. I mean, even if you think about that one really big obese woman that was like a rapper and she couldn't fit into the lift. Like, she was so deluded that she thought she could fit into that tiny car. And she even out her mouth was like saying, oh, you know, I be thinking that I'm smaller than I am. A lot of people are walking around delusional to what they look like. They think they look like Beyonce, but really they look like Bye Felicia. That's what they look like. Bye Felicia after she done ate all of Crumble Cookie. That's what they be looking like. And it's sad. It's absolutely sad. I wish people would just be honest with themselves. This is not a distorted image. It's accurate. And that's where the problem lies. If it wasn't accurate, then we could have something to say here. But it's true. And that's the problem.
Stereotypes rather than inspiring pride or respect. Some of the comments read as following. The statue perpetuates a stereotype called the mammy, which has historically devalued and demeaned black women. A mammy is a U.S. historical stereotype depicting black women, usually enslaved, who did domestic work among nursing children. The fictionalized mammy character is often visualized as a dark-skinned woman with a motherly personality. If a statue was meant to uplift black women, then one could have been made showing a black woman who looks healthy and happy.
Leave me alone!
So what exactly is wrong with black women being healthy and happy? A lot of this babble just sounds very anti-black to me. I don't get how these folks can get on here and say things like this and not understand how anti-black it is. What's the problem with seeing a black woman healthy and happy? I would think that would be the goal, right? Like, I would think the goal would be for us to be happy and healthy. But for some reason, those two words together are just grinding her gears. It's weird. I find it very weird. Like, for real. Ooh.
The ill-fitting clothes and facial expression gives the impression of mental struggle. Being overweight is not healthy. That statue is further damaging black women's image in the world. Overweight and poorly dressed. The persons who erected the statue should be ashamed, especially that so-called artist. There has been
He should be ashamed of that thing he did back in 2001, was it? Licking the wall with his bussy out. That's what he should be ashamed of. I mean, this statue is it ain't it. But he should be a little bit more ashamed about that. That was a mess.
nothing but hateful comments online and in person due to the artist's incompetence. I'm speechless, honestly. This discourse is so bizarre that it's forcing me to pull out an ancient Tumblr text to make sense of it. Years ago, there was this very iconic quote by Janice Lee that made its way to Tumblr. Draw a monster. Why is it a monster? I want everyone who views this statue as a racialized caricature or a disgusting masculine monster to stop and consider why. What about the statue causes you to view it through an anti-black lens? Is it
Not you calling something anti-black after you went to happy, healthy black women. It's the lack of self-awareness for me. It just is. It absolutely is the lack of self-awareness for me.